So I'm now about to talk about the movie 28 Years Later. There will be spoilers. You have been warned. Hello, welcome to Music and Stuff. Pontius review time. Chatting about 28 Years Later. We finally got to see it. Yes, good, starring Alfie Williams as Spike, Ray Fiennes as Dr. Ian Kelson, Jodie Comer as Isla, and Aaron Taylor Johnson as Jamie, as well as a bunch of other people. So yeah, it follows on. It's 28 years later. I'm not sure exactly from what point. It doesn't seem to be 28 years later after the first film, 28 days later, nor does it seem to be 28 years after the second film, 28 weeks later. But it's around, it doesn't matter. It's a post-apocalyptic Britain. And this is a weird one, because it's where you kind of see that the world is still going on outside of Great Britain, because you hear about it later on, but it basically just left us to rot. It just made the UK a no-go zone. But yeah, it starts off with this really horrific scene where there's a bunch of kids watching Teletubbies, and then there's an attack of the infected. I'm assuming you've watched the previous two, by the way. I'm not going to go into how it all works and the rage virus. I'm guessing you've already seen them. But yeah, they get attacked and kid escapes. That's not really a spoiler because it's in the first scene. Kid escapes, and then cuts to the 28 years later, sort of present day kind of thing. And there's this island up north that's kind of attached to the mainland by like a walkway, a causeway that does go under the tide every day. So there's limited time you can cross. And they've got this little community there, and the father and his son, who's 12, called Spike, goes out to get his first kill. And kind of kills one easy infected, but then they sort of get chased out, and you know, they get back, and the dad kind of bullshits a little bit about the son saying, oh, he did it, but he didn't really. Then what you got? Then they have a big celebration. Spike's mum also is very unwell. She keeps having mood swings and blackouts and stuff, and is then Spike sees his dad copping off with someone else, cheating on his mum. So he takes his mum. They find out there's a doctor on the mainland, and he wants to take his mum, Isla, to the doctor to see if he can make her better. So they get out, get to the mainland, and they find Dr. Ian Kelson, who is played by Ray Fiennes. Before they get there, though, so you've got these new infected, and they're called alphas, and they're big fuckers, basically. And they rip heads off, complete with the spinal column attached. Yeah. Not very nice people. My label's out. And there's this one called Samson that's kind of following him around, and they meet a pregnant infected who gives birth. They help her through the birth, and the baby is uninfected. Weird. And you're left to assume that Samson is the father, because he sort of comes down and finds his dead wife, who died in childbirth, and goes after to get the baby back, although very primal. And turns out they find the doctor. Turns out the mum's got like a tumour, and he can't do anything about it. So he basically puts her to sleep. But there's this whole thing with this big monument made of skulls and stuff. This isn't making a lot of sense, is it? Watch the fucking movie. But he's good. There's a couple of moments I thought, oh, I kind of fell out a little bit, but it gets it back. And it's not a happy ending, nor is it a really sad ending. It's kind of like looks like there could be a sequel. In fact, there is a sequel. It's called The Bone Temple. So it's not a 28 something or other. It's just called The Bone Temple. But I have to say, this movie has one of the most fucked up mental endings. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It's absolutely batshit fucking crazy. Basically, the kids that survived have become adults, and they're sort of like they've been brought up on a diet of Power Rangers and stuff. So they've got these martial arts skills, and they're attacking the infected, whilst also dressed as Jimmy Savile. It's fucking mental. They are dressed as Jimmy Savile doing this ninja Power Rangers shit. And it's in the last 2 minutes of the movie. And it just comes from nowhere. You're not expecting it. And it's absolutely... You think, hang on, is this an outtake? Like, what the fuck is this all about? And they're all called Jimmy. Really, really odd. But as far as the movie's concerned, it's good. It's a good movie. I don't think it's as good as 28 Days Later. Probably level with 28 Weeks Later, I think. It gets a bit more sort of fantastic, and the infected have sort of evolved into slightly different creatures. You get the fat ones who are like big slugs, and then you get these alphas, and then ones in between. It's really odd. But Danny Boyle again, because he didn't do the second one, he did the first and the third one. Give it a look. Yeah. 7 out of 10? 8? I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, it's definitely worth a look. I enjoyed it, even if it's fucking mental at the end. It's obviously a bit gory in places. That ending. Oh, hang on. He hasn't piped in yet. Go on. Thanks for watching this video. I really hope you're enjoying it. If you are, maybe you could just help out a small channel by pressing the like button, sharing it to your friends, hit the subscribe button and the alarm notification bell so you can keep up to date with my new videos, and just generally just watching them. It all helps. I'm just a small creator, just trying to find my way in this YouTube metropolis. If you really want to help out as well, there's a link to my Patreon in the description and in my About section. So again, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I don't know why he left it to the end of the video. I've said all there is to say now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again when it's on streaming or Blu-ray or whatever. Definitely give that a look. Yeah, as should you, and go to the cinema and watch it, fuck's sake. Support our cinemas while we've still got them, because they're dying. It's not all about streaming, it's a social thing. But if you do go to the cinema, don't be a dick. Shut up. Right, I've said my piece. My work here is done. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later, Bill and Ted. What it is I need is like a 20-second clip that I can put at the end of each video. You know how other YouTubers do it, whether I have at the end of a video like 4 things on the screen, it's, you know, like and subscribe, that kind of stuff. I just need something like that, but I don't know what to put.